Hello, hello. This is round two because we did this the other day and there was no volume. At any rate, hopefully everybody can hear us.
Hello.
Um, we want to let everybody know as a public service announcement that our new blog date is going to be on Tuesday starting next week. So just so you know, if you're looking for the blog or vlog, it's going to be released on Tuesdays. I hope you've been enjoying these blogs. They have a new format. They're a bit different-ish. So make comments if you have a particular topic you want to hear about afterwards.
Yeah, I'm trying to make them a little more to a specific point or two, so there's more dialogue and not so much text to read.
So the name of this one is Can One Really Save and Protect? The
Yeah.
fastest and easiest way to lose something is to try to save it and protect it. Football fans know this from prevent defense, where a team scores some points and tries to protect their lead rather than continue to play harder and try to score more points.
Yeah, you see this in sports, especially in football. There's 2 minutes left before the half or something like that. The team goes up by a field goal, so now they're going to go into the prevent defense and they're going to try real hard to keep the other team from scoring a point. And anybody that follows sports knows that's the quickest way to go into the half down when you are up. You can't protect and save. You actually create more, create more, create more.
Like, have you ever tried to save money? Good luck. Again, it will just be easier to make more money than what for when you need it.
Yeah, when I was younger, one of our family trips, we would go skiing, and I always felt kind of bad for my dad because, we'd go skiing. I mean, show you how long ago that was. Lift tickets were like $8 a person, so
Wow,
the
you're
five of us,
old.
that was $40. I mean, it was probably costing close to $25 to feed us. The room was probably 35 that we were staying at. Gas was $1 a gallon and everything. And I remember telling my dad, I remember asking him if he felt real bad having to spend all this money. And what he basically said was, no, you go to work and you make more. So he wasn't trying to save and protect the money. We spent it. We had a great time. And he went to work and made more. I went to school.
Protecting and saving is an attempt to maintain the status quo, an impossibility in this universe. And
Yeah.
then Dr. Dave has a story about his Schwinn varsity 10 speed.
Well, yeah, and yeah, okay. And so, yeah, when I was about 12 years old, I had a paper route and I saved up my money to buy this sunburst or sunset or sunburst orange Schwinn Continental 10 speed. I loved that bike. It was really cool. And I couldn't help but notice every time I hopped on it and rode, there was a new scratch, there was a this, there was a that. And the harder and harder and harder I tried to protect it and keep it from getting scratched and falling apart, the more scratches it got. That was pretty interesting. Ultimately, I left the garage door open, or we did, and the bicycle was stolen. So much for protecting and saving. I probably, if I was out riding and having a good time on the bike, it probably wouldn't have been stolen. I might still be out there riding, having the time of my life instead of being an old man.
Oh.
So, something to think about.
One can expand, stay the same, or contract. And since one cannot stay the same, if one is not expanding, he is contracting. When one is managing a body, he might have this idea that bodies are delicate and need to be saved and protected. This is the worst thing a person can do. Bodies are meant to be used and challenged, a process that improves the body's ability to adapt and survive. In fact, all living matter on this planet is governed by this guiding principle. Use it or lose it.
Yeah, way back in the 70s, the Steelers had a head coach by the name of Chuck Noll. The 1970 Steelers, the greatest football team in the history of the NFL, even to this day, as far as I'm concerned. But what he said is the only reason your teeth stay in your head is because the bottom ones grind into the top ones. Whole universe works on challenges. Challenge, challenge, challenge. You'll hear that as you're getting older, you're supposed to do crossword puzzles and things along those lines. Yes, to a point. There's another part to that. Once you can do the crossword puzzle, you need to switch hands and do it left-handed. Write the words backwards. Write them up this way. Walk through the neighborhood sideways. Walk through the neighborhood going backwards. Stand on one hand. Pat yourself on the head writing opposite. Maybe get crossword puzzles in another language. It has to be challenged. Challenge,
Should I
challenge,
tell them what the
challenged.
neighbors think of you? I'm just kidding. Walking through the
Oh, yeah.
neighborhood. Just kidding. So think of a person who decides he wants to save his body. So for the next 10 years, he sits, watches TV, and really takes it easy. Did he save 10 years that he can use as a get out of jail free card when the Grim Reaper comes calling? Nope. He didn't save anything. And in fact, he lost out of 10 years of the action of living.
Yeah, and then having not lived and not challenged himself for those 10 years, he probably actually shortened his life anyhow. So
Mm-hmm.
not only did he lose those 10 years, but maybe an additional 10 years that he would have had if he'd have gone out there and let life and germs and bugs and everything kick his backside a little bit and toughen up. I think the term they use is man up. And that's the way the world is. It you go out there in the world, you get your backside kicked a little bit, and you man up, and you do better as a result of that. You get stronger, smarter, teeth are better, muscles, bones are stronger, immune system. Oh my goodness, the immune system totally works on. If there's one thing about this planet, or at least in the United States, we're far too sanitary. We're far too hygienic. We need to just grab a handful of dirt every once in a while and eat it. Sounds wacko, but your immune system will love you for it. And your immune system loving you is a good way to live a long time.
Mm-hmm. There's a fine line between safety and challenge, and one would do best to lean in the direction of being challenged, as this is how one's immune, musculoskeletal, cardiovascular, and every system in the body works. It's how a person improves.
Yeah.
One challenges it, it breaks down, then it builds up again to handle the next challenge, never ending. And one would really want, and would one really want to lead a safe life where nothing dangerous or scary or challenging ever happened? Sounds kind of boring.
Yeah.
Rather than saving and protecting, one should be interested in improving himself, his family, his coworkers, mankind, and the environment in which he lives.
And that's the thing. You're not trying to save and protect. You're taking on these challenges so that you can improve. You improve yourself. As you improve your family, your loved ones, the people, your coworkers and stuff. Again, you see this in sports. Again, I'm a old time Pittsburgh Pirates fan also. Oh my goodness, all these Pittsburgh teams. And there was a guy named Roberto Clemente on that team who absolutely amazing, greatest baseball player ever, as a matter of fact, as far as I'm concerned. And that guy gave it 110% every single moment. My son and I would sometimes talk about that. Could you imagine going out there and playing for the Pirates and maybe half-assed or kind of I tried to keep from saying ass kicked on the thing, but I went ahead and said assed anyhow. So, but yeah, you go up to bat and you didn't quite swing, and you sit down, and Roberto Clemente looks down the end of the bench at you, and just turns and looks away. Oh my goodness! And that's the whole thing. It's improving and challenging and improving and improving, and that's it. That's life. That's how you live more. That's how the body loves you. That's how everything works. It's all about improvement.
And then you can help others, like Roberto Clemente was a great humanitarian.
Yeah.
One should work to make better and more livable all that he comes in contact with and improve his ability to survive. This would be an outward flow of energy that emanates from the being himself and animates all.
Yeah, you get that. It is. That's the life energy. So you're in a situation. I've read things that are kind of interesting that it's like, well, think of something that you're afraid of. Oh, losing the house, having to live outside and stuff. And there's a guy that's a publisher, the editor of a magazine called Wired, and he'll do that from time to time. He'll just live out in his backyard. He'll take a handful of coins that he has or something, go to the grocery store, cook out in his backyard, wear scrubby clothes and everything else. And he sits there and he confronts the thing that he's most afraid of.
Mm.
And that he's doing that, then all of a sudden it's like, I'm okay.
Hmm.
What am I afraid of? And
Because
it's,
he was afraid of not having a home.
yeah, of losing
Yeah.
his house and
Yeah.
things like that. And you can say, oh, well, but yeah, he could always go. Exactly. He always could. He could always do something about it and get his house back, produce, make money, improve his condition, and continue to thrive, continue to flourish and prosper.
Improve people, improve everything.
And
Oddly enough, that would be the only way to protect and save.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah, if you still want to protect and save, then you still are going to have to be challenged and improve yourself and help elevate and everybody's game around you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's it. We would really love your comments. If you have anything to say, please respond. He'll respond back. And don't forget, we're changing the blog schedule to Tuesday. And everybody have a great weekend.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because
yeah.
again, you got to keep in mind these are not authoritative things. I'm not lecturing you. These are my ideas. This is what I think. And as I've mentioned in previous ones, I know what I think. I'm more interested in what you think. So make those comments. I don't know, throw eggs at me, whatever you think you need to do. But let me know what you think. Um, Again, because this is our life, our world, our time together. Why don't we make it rock?
Okay, adios. See you
Yep.
next time.
Bye.